And here we are, Friday afternoon. I think it's like 5:30, something like that. Today there was no rain. Lizika, the grass eater. Pretty, no? Yeah, today there was no rain. We weren't expecting any rain, but there was some rain north from us. They said that there is like a 30% chance of quick drizzle around 5, but nothing happened. Hopefully it will not happen while we are outside, because Lisa said, "Awoo, awoo, awoo, we need to go." And here we are. Oh yeah. Once again, we have to go according to her rules, take her favorite route. Yeah, when she was a puppy, we usually puppy. She was already like 2 or 3 when we started with going daily on this route, but we had a little bit longer middle section, quite a longer detour. But now then she figured out that there are a couple of shortcuts in that part, so yeah, now she prefers going there. So today there was one interesting article. I have read it before, but I don't know if I have read it in foreign press or it was already posted by some other Slovenian newspaper, but whatever. Well, news site. So in Germany there is a school teacher who was on a sick leave for 15 years. So apparently 15 years ago she went on a sick leave. After 3 months she was supposed to have a physical, checkup with her doctor, but she never showed up. There was no follow-up and nobody did nothing. Lizika, fuj to. There is some grass. Lizzie, ne. But there is also some other things there that I don't want her to go in. So yeah, she didn't go to her doctors. There was apparently bureaucracy snafu. Nobody checked on her, and she basically just stayed home. And apparently after some months she should be receiving smaller percentage of her pay, but she always remained on her full salary, 100%. And I don't know if there are mosquitoes or something is flying around my head. But yeah, she stayed at home. Nobody noticed, nobody checked upon her, apparently it's not even her colleagues, her superiors, nobody. And she stayed at home for 15 years, receiving full pay. At the same time, apparently after some years, she was healthy enough, so she started a new. Malvilka je zate. Yeah. Yeah, the small one. The smaller ones, they always want to fight. Yeah, and she started. So after some time on her permanent leave, she started a side hustle, a side job. But apparently this year, I guess they did a review and realized that she is on a payroll, on basically indefinite sick leave, and they started basically a procedure. So they wanted her to go to the doctor, finally, to see what is wrong with her, or if there is anything wrong with her, or there is still wrong with her. But she then refused. And now apparently the court has ruled against her, so she has to have a physical examination. And apparently nothing will be done against her, even though, she didn't work for 15 years and received full salary. Mind you, if she was on a sick leave, the school administration couldn't fill her spot, her position, which means, other teachers had to cover her. So they were always one man, woman down. Lepo počasi. Danes pa nimaš kamna. Danes pa ni kamna. I reč, bojimo se. Oh yeah. We have met this golden retriever last week. He had a big stone, very proud of that big stone, quite loud, he was guarding that big stone. Yeah. But he's afraid of Liza. So yeah, it would be, interesting. Yeah, hopefully they will post some more information about the resolution of this case, but yeah, 15 years on a sick leave. And apparently they have, in Germany, it's 3 years at the most you are on a sick leave. There is some different periods, but I think that 3 years is the maximum. 80 weeks you can have 80 weeks of sick leave in 3 years before, I assume, they start the procedure regarding your fitness to work, and then you're invalided out. But mind you, Slovenia is one of the few countries that doesn't have limited sick leave. So there is no end to it. And we have some similar cases also in Slovenia. Currently, Slovenian national record is 13 years. Of course, the person is employed in the public sector, state official or something similar. Which means and we have statistically speaking, we have quite a large percentage of people on a sick leave. Apparently ministries are the place for such activities, and Ministry of Defense, I think, is on the second place. Počasi, ja, majhna zadevca je. Majhna zadevca je. Reč, a imaš ti pol kile? Reč, ne vem, če imam pol kile. No, pridi, Lizika. Ja, jaz sem toliko vesela. Toliko vesela zadevca. Naslednji mesec bo 10. Ja, pridi. Oh yeah, and while this micro dog was quite happy to see Liza. So yeah. So here in Slovenia, technically you shouldn't have, such long sick leave, but if your physician, your personal physician is allowing, you can. And now they are talking about changing, the legislation regarding this. Okay, we will end on this point.